Hey, Charles here with Rocky Mountain, and today I'm giving you a closer look at the Neutron tire tool kit. Now this is all about making tire installs and tube installs so much easier without pinching your tube or scratching your rim. So this is one of my favorite tools to change tires with. Now keep in mind that this is going to be for installing the new tire and it's not for removal. So you still need some tire spoons, and if you need help removing your old tire, we've got other how-to videos for that. So go check those out. Now, as far as fitment goes, this is gonna work for most dirt bikes and dual sport motorcycles that have rim sizes ranging from 16 inches all the way to 21 inches. And then it comes with 4 different axle adapters ranging in sizes from 15 millimeters all the way up to 25. So there's your fitment. Let's go ahead and show you how to use the tool. All right, so we have our rim prepped and ready to go. So to install our new tire, I'm gonna start with my tube inside the tire already. You don't have to do this. You can push the first bead on and then put your tube in. It's really whatever you prefer. But I've already sprayed a little bit of soapy water on the beads just to help everything go together. So I'm gonna put the valve stem in place. We'll put that nut on just a little ways. And then I'm gonna work the tire on as far as I can, just by hand. And then we're ready for our tool at this point. Now for the axle adapters, you have 3 of these that screw into the head of this tool. So we're gonna have to use at least one of these. And you've got one, the biggest one is just a sleeve. And that's the one that happens to fit our wheel. So I'm gonna slide this down in here. We have that clip that goes at the top. And that means we're gonna have to use the 20 millimeter adapter with the sleeve. We're just gonna screw this all the way in and then set the tool in place. All right, so right here I've rotated the tire so you guys can see this bead go on a little bit easier. But what we wanna do, we wanna have the teeth on this tool facing up. And you want this arm facing wherever you're gonna be pushing the bead on. So that is how you wanna set the tool up to install this push arm. And that way, none of the teeth are engaging as you slide this into position. And then you just wanna adjust it so you're roughly 90 degrees where this is pushing that bead on. And that's gonna give you plenty of leverage, but if you prefer a different location, you can adjust it wherever you like it. So from here, all I need to do is take little bites and that bead is just gonna pop right on. And you can see we have that rim lock there. We need to make sure we go over the rim lock, and we're gonna make sure this bead goes all the way around the rim lock once it's all on. So you can see this tool makes it almost effortless to get that bead on. I'm gonna pull the tool up now and make sure the tube is all the way in. Now, if you started with your tube in your tire like us, the rim lock is probably held up by your tire bead right there. So what you wanna do is take your spoon, pull that up just a little bit, push that in, we can flip the tire back over. Now for the second bead, we've got a rim lock right here and a valve stem at the top. So I'm gonna be starting with my tool right in between the two, and then I'm gonna work this over the rim lock. So I've got a bead holding tool. It's gonna help me out. You don't have to use one of these, but it will make the job a little bit easier. Just like that. Right around that rim lock, we're making sure that's pressed all the way in. And then this is just like any other tire change. It's really important to make sure the bead gets pushed down to the drop center. So right where these spokes are going into the rim, press that bead down in there, and that's gonna give the tire enough room to work its way on. We're just taking little bites. And then same thing around your valve stem. Make sure that tube is pressed in far enough that the rubber around that stem, you don't want that to get caught in between the rim and the bead. Okay, now we're to that section of the bead that everybody hates to install. It gets really tight, and this is where people can pinch their tube or scratch their rim, and it can be frustrating, but that's where this tool shines. So with this, the reason it's not gonna pinch your tube is it doesn't go down inside of there like a spoon would. And then this is just pressing on the upper corner of the bead, so it's staying away from that rim. So all we need to do is make sure, again, we've got the tire pressed down into the drop center, or the opposite side is pressed down in there. That's gonna release the tension, and then we're just gonna let the tool do the work and take small bites. And we'll remove that bead holding tool, and from here we just need to air everything up and set the bead. And I'm gonna set the tire pressure, remove this nut. I'm gonna use a Tusk rubber valve support, install my cap, and wipe the tire down. And don't forget to tighten your rim lock. So that's your closer look at the Neutron tire tool kit. If you have any questions about this, leave those down in the comments. We've got a carrying case for it. We're gonna put that in our toolbox. It's gonna keep it nice and neat for the next time we use it. If you need one of these, you can find them on our website. Just click the link in the description below. Orders over $75 ship free. And hey, if you wanna see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.